Alright, let's go with y'all back with another video. Today I am reviewing the Nike Kobe 9 Low in the Moonwalker colorway. If you know, you know. If you're around like that 2014 to 2017 era, that was literally the whole time I was in high school. The Kobe colorways, the KD colorways, and LeBron colorways, and silhouettes during that time were undefeated. And I'm glad they're bringing a lot of them back. This was one of the Kobe 9s that I wanted. I still need the Mamba Curio Kobe 8s. I think it was like the Christmas Kobe 10s and the Christmas Kobe 8s. There are a couple more pairs that I needed. The colorways were just so fire. This is definitely a classic. A lot of y'all young bulls ain't finna know nothing about these, but I mean, you will today after you watch the review. I got to take these to the court yesterday, and unfortunately, bro, I set up my camera. I go to different LA Fitnesses to hoop because I don't like playing the same people over and over again. Typically, I bring like me and maybe one or two of my friends. Sometimes we have a five if like my cousins are out here and they're visiting. But overall, I don't like going to the same gym, playing the same people, and like kind of just repeatedly beating them. Kind of gets boring, so I like going to new gyms. It's like unlocking a new level. I promise you, I'm not lying when I'm saying we've hooped 3 times in the last 2 weeks. I have not lost a single game. We lost one last week, and it was like the last game. We were fucking around. We all were like, we're done, but I forgot I had an extra pair of shoes that I didn't wear yet. So I was like, nah, let me get one more in just to kind of run around and these, see how they feel, get like a little break in for them. Because I've already hooped in them, but I wanted to give like a refresher before I do the review. But yeah, other than that, we've been undefeated. That's why I like to go to new gyms. But when it comes to new gyms, you have to find a new recording spot. And that's when the issues arise, and my camera was basically just too high. All you saw was like the backboard. I did get a dunk in these though. Let's get into the review. When it comes to upper tech, we have a Flyknit upper. Kobe 9s were the first basketball shoe to feature a Flyknit upper back in 2014, and it's reinforced with some TPU in the heel parts. It also has lateral carbon fiber shanks on the internal and external sides of the shoe. It has Achilles surgery marks on the back of the shoe to represent when Kobe tore his Achilles, and it's the comeback shoe because he tore him in 8. Flyknit, in my opinion, on these and the 10s was so fire. I believe there was even Flyknit on the Kobe 11s, and I was rocking with it. I did not have a pair of Kobe 9s in high school. I don't remember what shoe I wore that year because I wore Kobe 8s, and then I had Kobe 10s, and I had Kobe 11s. Those are 3 years of me hooping in Kobe's. I think I wore Bron 9s before that. I'm not sure what that gap year was. Oh, I had the KD 6 Ligers. Yep, them OG. That was my high school hoop shoe rotation. Now I like wore some Jordan 11 breads and different things like that just to be fly, even though they didn't really have the best performance. Next though, we have the lockdown of the shoe. For the most part, the lockdown is pretty good. When I do my lockdown test, which I'll put right here, I can kind of get my heel up a little bit, but it doesn't fully come out the shoe. And that is with the shoe fully tied to its tightest setting. We have the cushion, and it is a full-length Nike React drop-in insole. It has these little studs to kind of grip your socks a little bit so your feet don't slide in the shoe. Nice touch, nice touch. I don't know if the Kobe 8s have this or not. Let me see. It does, but it's not. Yeah, I don't know, bro. The Kobe 8s have that, but in the Kobe 8s, bro, my foot be sliding a little bit. The grooves on these are a lot smaller, though, on the drop-in insole versus the ones on the Kobe 8s. I will say the drop-in insoles on the Kobe 9s is slightly better than the Kobe 8s. Not by much. It's just a little more plush, but they're both pretty trash in terms of actual cushion. Like, if that's something that's important to you, this is not the shoe for you. One thing, though, with drop-in midsoles, it depends on the shoe, but most of them are the full cushion setup for the shoe. So if you look inside, it's just like foam stitching. It's not even like a type of cushion. It's just the gap between that and the outsole, so it's not see-through. So you're not seeing this white part through the bottom of the outsole. This is how the shoe bends when there is no drop-in insole in there. It'll bend a little bit too. I will put in the insole too so that you can kind of see. It still does bend in the forefoot. It's a little thick. This isn't really the most rigid shoe in the world. In terms of this cushion though, I give it about 7, maybe 7.5 out of 10. I'm not the biggest fan of Nike React. There is no air or zoom units in the shoe at all either. And I'm not gonna lie, with the lack of cushion though, you do get extremely good court feel. So all my players that like to play quick and low to the ground, I would say shifty, but I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later in the video. Big man and need a lot of cushion and stuff, you gonna look fly, but I don't know if this is the one for you. In terms of comfort off the rip, they're cool. I felt like the arch was a little too low versus where it's supposed to be in my foot. Like I said, I have flat feet. They're not like flat, but they're pretty flat. And like semi-wide feet, I went true to size on this shoe. I just felt like the initial put on, the arch was like, if this is the middle of my foot, the arch was like here. I don't know, it just felt a little funny. Since I've got them in though, Got a couple workouts in them, and I got to go hooping them. Like I said, I can put the dunk in. I'll put it at the beginning of the video, so when you're watching this, you'll know what I'm talking about. But literally, all you see is me like pop out the bottom, dunk, and then run back, and you can't even see what shoes I have in. I'm low-key mad because it was a cool little clip. I like jumped the passing lane, got the steal, lost it a little bit. It went back to dude that threw it, tapped it from him, and it 1-2 into a dunk. And of course, I didn't get the shit on camera. I might as well talk about it for shifty players and players with aggressive 2-foot plants. I made a TikTok video on it. I might just put that right here so you can see it. Basically, I've slipped out, and a lot of people, because I'm seeing other people do it too. And this is even how Tyrese Halliburton got hurt. I never think I talk about that every time I review a Kobe 9. Back when he wasn't with Puma before, you'll be like, he's a Puma athlete. I fucking hate when people do that. Like, yes, he's a Puma athlete now. All he wore was Kobe's before that. And he was wearing a pair of Kobe 9s. I can't remember what colorway. It might have been the Christmases. He tried to do like a running stop, like a 2-foot stop. The inside of his foot, this part, hit the shoe, or like it hit like this sidewall / this and slid out. And he did the splits. And he was out for like, I think a month with like a groin injury or something like that. And I've done it similar, but luckily it's always my first fit that hits. Because when I dunk, especially in game, when you plant your feet, like your feet don't always plant like, if this is the court, it doesn't always plant like this. Like you're not just always planting flat. It's just not realistic. In basketball, you're going to cut this way, you're going to cut this way. You're going to be on your toes. You're not going to heel strike too much. But like if you're doing a 2-foot jump, your heel might, if this is the ground flat, your heel might hit like this. And sometimes it might hit like that. And that's why a lot of shoes have traction on the sidewalls of their shoe. Especially players like Kyrie, they make moves that are really shifty. Their feet aren't turning inward, you're cutting, you're moving, and it's super important. With this, it doesn't have that. Even on the inside of the shoe. It does have it a little bit on the forefoot, but like you're not cutting that hard on your big, I mean, yeah, I guess you would a little bit. But yeah, if you're really shifty, it can get dangerous. You could possibly have a slip out. And also defense, if you're sliding or something like that and you're trying to move, could have a slip out. Or dunking. Slip outs can be kind of dangerous, especially my 2-foot jumpers. 1 foot, you're good because for the most part, your feet are just hitting flat. 2-foot, especially if some people have like a curve into their approach, it's really like right-left jumpers. I'm a pro dunker, so the jumping thing is really the like most important aspect to me and a little dangerous when it comes to shoes. And I also don't want to get hurt because of a pair of shoes. So just something to keep in mind. For me, I've been playing basketball. I know my body really well. I know how to move my body, and I know how to chill at times. I know how to play hard at times. So when I have like a shoe on like a Kobe 9, I know not to be as aggressive with my plants, with my cutting, with my moving, just because I know the possibility of a slip out could happen, and I definitely don't want that to happen. So just something to keep in mind. Next on the list, we have the outsole, and it is a translucent outsole with a moon pattern under. It has a foot-shaped traction pattern. Very unique, and Kobe 9s have definitely been known for having some of the best traction in the Kobe line. I feel like all the Kobe shoes that I've tried at least have really good traction. My only thing with the Kobe 9 is, like I said, the lateral cuts and everything like that and being able to slip out. So it's like, yeah, the traction can be great. And if I don't plat my foot perfect every single time, the possibility of slipping out doesn't outweigh like, oh, the traction is really good. You feel me? But like players like you just catch and shoot, you're a little older, so you don't really move the fastest. Things like that, it's like, it's stuff that doesn't affect you. So I also want you to keep that in mind if that's your play style. Overall though, in terms of just perfect situation, traction, I would give it a 9 out of 10. It did really well on the dust. It does pick up a little bit of dust with this colorway, but in terms of like playing on the court, everything, I go to LA Fitness's low-key to hoop because I know the courts are gonna be shitty, or at least not like super premium compared to like a college gym or like, I can't even say Lifetime. I spend damn near $300 a month for that gym and the courts aren't far from perfect most of the time. But it's the true test of like, okay, if I take a shoe here and it does really well, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 traction. If I take a shoe out of here and I'm sliding a lot of the times, 7 out of 10. Because shoes with bad traction can get away with their traction being good on a good court. But a shoe with bad traction on a bad court kind of really shows those outliers and differences in it. And they do also have a solid squeak. I'll put the traction test and the squeak right here though. I did not know this. Retail price of this shoe. Shout out StockX. They sent me these early. I didn't really have to deal with the price of things or know what it was, because I think on StockX right now they're about like 3 something, probably close to 400 after fees and everything like that. It is an early pair though, and that is not really that crazy for an early pair. Though they do come out September 10th. So at this point, unless you order express shipping on StockX, which I think was only an extra like $10 or something, it would kind of be no point to get it because you'd probably get these around the same time as the release date. And if you can get them for retail, that'd probably just be the better option. But if you do want to get them early, my link will be down below to pick these up from StockX. And I should be tagged on the video and everything as well. So shout out them as always for sending me a shoe. Retail price on them will be $210. I thought these were going to be like $190. You might be able to get these for retail. They might sit and you might get them for under retail. You never know with Kobe's nowadays, especially like, this isn't an odd model, but the hype models for Kobe's are always 4, 5, 6. With recent releases and everything, it's really rare that you ever see a Kobe 4 sitting under retail. It's really rare that you ever see a Kobe 5 sitting under retail. It's really rare that you see Kobe 6 sitting under retail. Every one of those models typically sells out. You're not ever really seeing them in stores. Now the 8, the 9, it'll be really interesting to see how these 3s do, because I was going to get those early. It was between these or the Kobe 3 Halos. I hate the Halo line. I love what it stands for and it's a tribute to Kobe, but like as a hooper and someone that actually wears their shoes and plays in them, all white hoop shoes, especially with some of the materials like a fly knit material, it's gonna be black instantly. So it's just shit like that. I'm gonna get them because I've never had a pair of Kobe 3s. It'd be good content, everything, and I'm sure some of y'all want to see what I think about them. They do have a full-length zoom strobel and a mid-foot carbon fiber shank, so they might be decent. I just hope they aren't super heavy because they look bulky as hell. So if you want to get a pair of these though, do set your alarm September 10th. I do believe they'll be on sneakers. It's typically where they're at. You'll be able to probably get in some raffles of like Undefeated. If you have any local shoe stores near you, maybe Foot Locker have them too. I got a package. I did also forget to mention earlier in the video, these do have these fly wire cables that you can see in the lacing system. Next on the list, we have the fit of the shoe. I went true to size on the shoe. Typically, that's what I do so that I can just go based off that. If the shoe is really tight for me, obviously I need to probably go a half size up. If it's really loose, then I obviously need to go a half size down. Overall, we'll go true to size though. The fit originally though is tight. Like this fly knit is going to break and it's going to stretch over time. It's fly knit. So if you don't like your shoes tight, just go a half size up to be safe. If you have wide feet, I would probably go half size up too. But this material will stretch and mold to your foot over time. Fly knit isn't the most hard, like, it's not like leather or anything that's gonna be super hard to break in. I will say in the toe box area a little bit, it was a little tough on the toes the first wear. Next, we have the weight of the shoe. And this is coming in at 378 grams. Average weight for my size basketball shoe is 370 to 400 grams. So it's on that lower end of average weight. And I just measured it right now because I haven't done the short review on it yet. So I was really just in my head like, these don't really feel too bad. They don't feel too heavy. Playing in them, hooping in them yesterday. A couple times I took them to the gym because I had about 2 different hoop sessions yesterday and I did a lift. They felt good. They felt solid. I know I gassed up a lot of the shoes, 290 to 300 grams. Average weight for a hoop shoe or anything a little less feels really good on court. Now to add some cushion in there with it, it'd be a premium shoe. Overall, this is my take on the Kobe 9 in the Moonwalker colorway. It's funny, on StockX right now, they're called the Michael Jackson Moonwalker colorway. I don't know if that's going to change. I'm pretty sure it was never called Michael Jackson anything when I was growing up. Let's see by the time if y'all see this video if it still says that though. Overall though, it does have really good traction. If you have more of a slower, less shifty, like you're getting older or you're just more of a catch and shoot player, this shoe is good for you, great for you in terms of traction. Now, if you're one of those shifty players or you're a really explosive dunking type player, but you have an aggressive 2-foot plant, be careful. Like just be careful. I would say it's not worth it because it may not happen every time you hooping him, but the one time it does, you don't want it to be an injury just for the sake of you saying you have on a pair of Kobe 9. There's a shoe you wear to like shoot arounds maybe, to practice, different things like that, but overall to like play games and that's your play style, I wouldn't recommend it. And that is a big reason on why I wouldn't personally be like, oh, this would be a great go-to shoe. I think it is a good shoe, not a great shoe, just because of the risk of that. Then we get into like the cushion, and I'm like, cushion gets the job done. It has really great court feel. But if you are also big on cushion too, which if you're getting older, you might like the traction, but then you're like, damn, I need some cushion for my knees. The reason you might pass on this shoe. Overall though, I feel like this is a very nostalgic shoe. Ever since I seen these when they originally came out, bro, the moon on the bottom of the outsole was always like just a crazy seller to me. I'm like, bro, I need them. So to have these in my collection, to be able to take them to the gym and everything with me, wear them, it brings me back to those times when I couldn't buy shoes and I didn't have the money to do it. So it's definitely a reason for like, any of y'all that are big Kobe fans or just a sneakerhead in general, like a basketball sneakerhead, I definitely think it's a cool pickup. If it's worth the $210 price point to you, then I would say 100% go and do it. If it's not, I don't know what to tell you. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out of here.